14 interesting facts about Mary, the mother of Jesus. Mary's life begins with her Immaculate Conception, a belief in Christian tradition that she was conceived without original sin. This idea highlights her unique role as the mother of Jesus and her purity from birth. Mary so. Parents were Joachim and Anne, an elderly couple who were childless for many years. They were a devout couple, often described as righteous and God-fearing. As a child, Mary was dedicated to God and is believed to have lived a devout life in the temple in Jerusalem. This tradition comes from the Proto-Evangelium of James, an early Christian text. When Mary was likely between 12 and 14 years old, the angel Gabriel appeared to her in Nazareth, announcing that she had been chosen to bear the Messiah. Despite her initial fear, Mary's response, "Let it be to me according to your word," Luke 1:38, demonstrated her profound faith and willingness to accept God's will. Mary was betrothed to Joseph, a righteous man of the house of David. Betrothal in Jewish tradition was more binding than modern engagements, and breaking it required a formal divorce. When Joseph learned of Mary's pregnancy, he initially planned to divorce her quietly to protect her dignity. However, an angel appeared to him in a dream, explaining that her child was conceived by the Holy Spirit, and he faithfully took her as his wife. While pregnant, Mary visited her cousin Elizabeth, who was also expecting a child, John the Baptist. Elizabeth recognized Mary as the mother of the Messiah, and Mary responded with the Magnificat, a hymn of praise. Mary gave birth to Jesus in a stable in Bethlehem because there was no room in the inn. This humble setting underscores the contrast between Jesus' divine nature and his lowly earthly beginnings. Shepherds, guided by an angel, and later wise men from the east, came to honor the newborn king. In accordance with Jewish law, Mary and Joseph presented Jesus at the temple 40 days after his birth. There, Simeon, a devout man, recognized Jesus as the Messiah and prophesied that he would be a light to the nations and a sign opposed by many. He also foretold Mary's own suffering, saying, "A sword will pierce your soul too," Luke 2:35, foreshadowing her sorrow at Jesus' crucifixion. When King Herod ordered the massacre of male infants in Bethlehem, an angel warned Joseph in a dream, and the family fled to Egypt. This journey was perilous and required great faith. This journey fulfilled another prophecy that God's Son would come out of Egypt. After Herod's death, the family returned to Nazareth, a small town in Galilee. Mary and Joseph provided Jesus with a loving, devout upbringing, instilling in him the traditions of their faith. Mary likely witnessed Jesus' growth in wisdom and favor with God and man. Her daily life revolved around homemaking, prayer, and supporting Joseph's carpentry work. Mary played a key role in Jesus' first public miracle at the wedding at Cana. She told him about the shortage of wine, prompting him to turn water into wine, a sign of his divine power. Mary followed Jesus during his public ministry. Although her role was often quiet, she was present during key moments, including his teachings and miracles. Mary was present at the foot of the cross, enduring the agony of watching her son's suffering and death. Jesus, in his final moments, entrusted her care to his beloved disciple John, saying, "Woman, behold your son." John 19:26-27. This act symbolizes Mary's new role as a spiritual mother to all Christians. After Jesus' resurrection, Mary was present with the apostles in the upper room, praying and waiting for the Holy Spirit at Pentecost. Her presence symbolized her continued role in the early Christian community. Tradition holds that Mary's earthly life ended with her assumption into heaven. While the exact manner of her death is not recorded, many believe she was taken body and soul into heaven, a reflection of her purity and closeness to God.